What is up guys, it's your boy Kiss and I'm with a brand new video here on LEGO Harry Potter. We're at part 19 already. And here we are in year 4. We're going to be playing instant in this new level already. But first we're going to be seeing this, well, milkman having to bring the milk to a specific house that looks rather scary. Right? We all know where this house is, we all know where this belongs and to who, you know. So yeah, he has to go in there, and this kind of introduces the bad guys for this movie. Well, if you watch the movie at least. So he's gonna go up here. He's looking rather suspicious on what house this is and well, who's this house from. So he hears people talking, and he sees this man. So he kind of wants to go closer, but makes a little bit of a noise. So the two guys see him actually, and there's a snake behind him that he actually hits for some reason. Doesn't realize it's a snake, but there we see a little white hand, and then we hear the spell. Well, yeah, we don't really hear any spell, but you all know which spell that is, the one that kills you. So there we go. We see that Harry Potter now wakes up, puts on his glasses because they have to leave to a, I think it's like a wizard thing, like meetup. I don't know. I don't really know what it is actually, but yeah, they're basically planning on all going there with the father of Ron, of course. So they all have to touch that shoe or grab that shoe so they can actually go there by just, well, fast traveling, I guess I would say. So they're all gonna fly. Harry Potter almost misses a shoe but ends up grabbing it, and there you go. They all just go. Of course, the old men, like, they're used to it, so they're just dancing, doing this like it's a usual thing. And then you got Harry, Ron, and Hermione actually falling down very hard, not even realizing what's happening here. And there we go. We see the whole meetup. We see like pumpkin juice over here that you can drink for all these wizards. They always think like the basic wizards, like the blue hat, red hat, the green hat, and then this woman. So they always have like the same kind of wizards for the basic wizards. There we go. We see this little house tent, I guess you could call it, that, well, all the Weasleys are here. And yeah, we hear that there's a lot of danger outside, or at least something is happening outside, so we want to go and see what's happening. And we see all these Death Eaters actually attacking this place because there's a lot of wizards together. It's a great place to attack because, of course, we know that the Death Eaters are not someone we can just mess with. And then everybody just disappears, and that introduces us to the level. So here we are actually going to get all the collectibles that we can get from the story mode. Later on we will be getting a wizard, well, the father of Ron, who can actually break open metal, but we can't have that until we save him, so first we have to go and look for that. But while that's happening, Hermione actually does one of the 8 water buckets we will find across the map. I'm just gonna say that this takes a little long for us to find all 8 of them, but all timestamps are down in the description if you're just interested in that. I understand them completely, so all timestamps are there, so you can see where the location is of every single water bucket in this little area, while we try to get all the studs, and of course save all the Weasleys, because, quick spoiler for this level, we can't save Harry Potter yet. We need to go a little bit longer than that. So, as I said, we're getting some studs. We have to watch both sides because both sides are gonna do some interesting stuff for like the bucket. So there we go. Ginny's side actually gets a second of the 8 water buckets already. For the rest, we're just breaking stuff and just getting more and more studs. We actually don't make the true wizard here, but it's probably like around 80,000 because it's a pretty big mission. There's a lot of stuff that we can do here. On Hermione's side, therefore, we see Fred or George. I have no clue who it is. I can't see on the shirt who it is, but one of the 2 is actually there and that we need to save yet. But we can't yet, or at least we didn't really try that. I will later on do that once we get the father of the Weasleys, Archer, I think his name is. But yeah, so we see that Hermione actually did another water bucket, so do that one as well. And for the rest, we're just once again just shooting everything, just grabbing as much studs. Not really anything happening that's that interesting. So right over here, we actually will see in just a second here that there is a table kind of with someone underneath, which is actually Ron Weasley, and we see this Death Eater that is controlling the hammer that's hitting on top of it. But we're first focusing on the studs because we rather care about our studs than saving our own family, but whatever. So here we actually do end up going to Ron. We're gonna shoot this Death Eater in just a second because we need to shoot him a few times for him to stop hitting the table. There we go, I shot him once, now I'm going for the second shot as well. There you go, and now we can lift up the table and actually save Ron Weasley already. So that's 1 out of the 4 people that we need to save already done. So now we can actually play with Ron himself. Actually, I tried to get those coins, but I ended up going off the table, but I didn't realize that Ginny would bring myself up there. While you see down here, Hermione's trying to save this, I think it's George. Yeah, it's George because I see the G. It's George. He's trying to save him, but it doesn't work. I think we need the metal breaking spell from Archer, but we don't have him yet. We'll be getting him very soon, just in a second when we save him. Here next to Ron's side, you can actually see that there's also the other water bucket that we will be using in just a second here, once we can destroy that whole plant. Here we see actually Archer on Hermione's side, and actually she already does the 4th out of the 4 out of 8, and Ron doing the 5th out of 8. Well, water buckets, and then the 6th out of 8 she's also doing. And actually also while she did all those water buckets, she actually saved Archer, which actually comes towards me. And obviously in just a second here I'm gonna start playing with him because I know he has a lot more spells than any of the other characters that we're gonna be having to play. So I'm going to be playing with him. I don't realize yet that actually I can save these students, so I'm not really doing that yet. That will be on the end, but once again, if you're looking for that one, timestamp is down in the description. We do end up saving him. All you gotta do is go back to the beginning where you spawned and actually just shoot the silver lock, which will open up the door for the student. Now we have to kind of make this potion that makes us invisible because there's a book holding us from going on to the next part of this level. So we kind of have to make that potion yet, but as I said before, we're just shooting a lot. We're just grabbing as much stuff that we can. Here you see me trying to shoot it, maybe kill it without really having to go invisible, but obviously that does not work, so we can't really do that. We just have to really go and grab all the pieces, while Hermione actually already took two of the pieces. And there we go, she actually makes a 3rd one as well and completes the potion. So she actually uses that potion and already gets invisible, while I'm going to drink that as well, and actually I'm going to kill that book in just a second. Just once again, I'm just shooting around as much stuff as I can, looking for another bucket if I can find one. And actually there in front of Archer, we can actually see that there in the back is one. So we're going to go through that in a second. And once we're done with that snake, I'm actually trying to get that bucket, but the snake is just getting my attention the most for some reason. So there we go. Actually Hermione does it herself, so there we go, 7 out of 8, and the 8th one we need to move on to be able to get that one after killing that little book over there. So we're just here doing basically nothing anymore. So beside that, only the student has been left, and that last water bucket. All the rest of the collectibles that we collect in this story mode level are gonna be once we're in the 2nd part of this level. So now actually I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to make myself invisible and kill that book, while Hermione is actually going to look around for more stuff to get, more coins to get, and actually first she's going to drink as well to get invisible again. For what reason I have no clue, because I'm going to kill that book and that's all we really need the invisibility for. I by accident change to another character, which is, well, not what I was planning on doing. But there you go, I finally killed the book, while Hermione is actually going to the start. And while I moved that car here, I realized that I have the spell for saving that student. So I'm here kind of struggling to get myself out of here. Don't really know why I keep trying on doing the same exact thing, but I do end up getting out of there and going to Hermione's side, because I'm going to save that student right now, which I was supposed to do that way earlier, so we didn't have to come back all the way to here, but that's fine. We're gonna save that student right now. There you go, we saved him, and there you go, we can actually go and finally go to the next part, where actually is the last bucket, and actually also can continue us to saving Fred and continuing us to look for Harry himself, because obviously Harry is still in a big danger because he's still around with those Death Eaters. At least he's still missing for us, so we don't really know where he is. So there you go, we go in this new section that we've opened up, and we see this last water bucket actually here, right over here. We're gonna use it. There you go, that's 8, and we actually get the Gryffindor piece, but I do end up dying to the fire even though I was already making it go away. It still killed me. And there you go, Hermione actually brings up the tent and actually saves Fred as well. And that brings us up in this little cutscene where we see Harry Potter kind of confused on what happened just now and gets overran by a lot of people, a lot of wizards, mainly blue ones actually, and still gets knocked out. So here we are looking for Harry, but we actually see this other guy. I think his name's like something Salazar, I think it is. I'm not really that sure, so I could be completely wrong, but yeah. Anyway, all I know is that he has a snake tongue, and there we are. We are in the second part of this level. We're going to look for Harry Potter himself because he's still somewhere missing. So all we are doing here is going to get some more studs, and we're going to actually get the Huffelpuff house crest as well here, because here we have to save 5 people across this area that we can actually get the quest for. And actually also Hermione is going to get a character token in this section as well. But first we need to struggle and die a few times getting over this fire here. Just trying to basically get over it, but we're just wasting all our studs because we had a few, but we were just wasting it, dying to this stupid fire. But I end up making it as me playing Ron. But I'm a bitch and I don't really help anyone here. I'm just going to get my own studs, not really caring that they are stuck there for a while. I will save them in just a second, but first we're going to save the first person of this area over here in the back. You can see me grabbing also that new water bucket once again and actually saving the blue wizard, which is 1 out of the 5 people that we need to save. And then I go and you see Hermione actually keeps trying to get to the other side, but actually keeps failing. So then she's begging me to make the water go so we can actually come to this side without having to go on that little trampoline stuff. Actually, Ginny still dies to that. I don't even know how the fuck you do that, but at least it's not a person that can play, so that's a good thing. Then we see this second guy over here with some planks and a fucking box on top of him, so we're going to try and break that stuff so we get actually the 2nd out of 5 people saved over here. And then we're going to keep shooting the other stuff around him just because we're still going for all those studs. And right there in the back you can see there's a fire, which we actually have to open that box right next to it to the left, which will contain a water bucket that will Ginny make out of it. There in the bottom you also see Hermione getting that Ginny hooded top character token by just shooting all those boxes once again. If you missed it and you didn't really see where she's doing it, timestamp down in the description. Here once again I died to fire. We seem to die a lot to fire in this mission because we just seem to really struggle getting like waiting and being patient for the fire to completely be gone. But then with the cat of Hermione actually digging into that little hole, we can actually get the green wheel that will be able for us to move this little car once again, so we can actually get to the second part of this area where there's some more people for us to save, and it's getting us closer to the last part of this whole entire mission. But for now we're just gonna move that car so we can get actually through this, and there we go, we're going to get through this actually right now. And we're gonna look for the other people that we need to save. We see once again this man underneath some boxes and some planks. We once again need to just break that, and once we broke those boxes once again, there's gonna be a third, actually a 4th already, because I'm getting the 3rd on top of there, saving the green guy over there. And Hermione doesn't really finish that one guy over here, she just lets this guy stay underneath. I don't think she actually realizes that it's someone that she can save, so she just lets him lay down there. But don't worry, we're gonna get it later on in just a second, so don't worry about it. We're gonna go back towards him. Those pieces that we see, that bone and stuff, we're gonna need that later on for the potion of strength, because we're gonna have to pull a lever to continue on with the level. And by killing this little blue man over here, we get this little handle for a water tank that we can use. Here on the left, actually, we see that Ron, well, me, is finally saving that red wizard. I mean, I like saving people. Hermione therefore is a bit of a different mindset here, but we're not going to have a talk about that. That's for a different video. Anyway, we're going to continue on with the story here, and we're actually going to use that handle, that green handle, in the on the tank here. Hermione thinks that it's one of the pieces of the potion, but it's not working for some reason. Because she doesn't realize that it's not for the potion, it's for actually this water tank. And she finally puts the the handle on the right thing. We actually go and grab the bone for the strength potion, and we're gonna put that in there already. And then we're gonna use some magic on that water bucket in just a second for making that water be gone. And there we go, the fire is out. There's actually the thief as well and the flower as well. So here we have another water bucket and saving the last person that we need. And once again, Hermione dying to the fire. We've been dying to fire like 4 times so far. This is insane. This is really insane to me. Whatever though, that's alright. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna put those pieces back in that potion pot, and then once that's done, we're gonna drink that potion. And we're actually going to pull that lever over there and actually going to continue to Harry Potter himself and going to this last little section, which is just us fighting some Death Eaters and some snakes just for like 3 rounds. Here we have this one guy again that has this, well, snake tongue, and then we have him putting that skull with the snake coming out of the mouth and Death Eaters attacking us actually. So here they put like a fire ring around us so we cannot go anywhere beside fighting them. So here we go into this first round where we have to basically just kill all those Death Eaters and just, yeah, go for about 3 rounds. First it's just 6 Death Eaters. After killing those 6, we're going to Harry because we think we're done here, but we're not done yet. We actually have to once again fight about 8 Death Eaters right now, and actually also 3 new snakes, because that's a main thing they use. They use snakes. That's why they always also have that little ghost snake over there out of the mouth of the skull on top of there. So once we're done with that, we're going for the 3rd and last round. We need to kill 6 Death Eaters, or at least hit them, and 5 snakes. Once we're done with that, we can actually save Harry Potter without having any Death Eaters or snake coming in between or actually bothering us, because we actually finally get to be free, and they give up on trying to kill us, and they are giving up on trying to kill Harry Potter himself. So there we go, we finish fighting all the forces they have, and they end up leaving the place. And there you go, once they left, we can actually go and save Harry Potter. There's this old guy who's attacking us, but of course our boy Archer is actually coming in between, telling them to stop because, well, it's his family. He doesn't want his family to be attacked. And then you have Harry Potter getting hurt by the sign behind him, behind the Weasleys. And there we go, we actually get level complete, free play unlocked, and that's gonna be it for me on this video. As I said, we get the character token, we get 2 house crest pieces, and we actually do not get the true wizard status, but don't worry, on free play we'll be getting that. We were actually pretty decent close. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, because I'm going to be posting a lot more videos just like this. And that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out, boys.